Hey, shalom, shalom, mishpocha. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. Happy Earth Day. That's the subject of today's Ray Bash's Ramblings. And many of you may wonder, well, is Jewish people, environmentally conscious? Some may ask, hey, is God green? Is God an animal rights activist? Is he an environmentalist? So those are the questions I'm going to answer today. I realize that there is a lot of propaganda and fear-mongering in the scientific environmental community, and the research and the evidence that comes forth from such research needs to be seriously scrutinized and validified by fact and not fiction, and fact and not bias or somebody's own personal agenda. So I'll kind of preface everything with that. But is God green? Did he create? Did he create? Did he create us with green thumbs? Absolutely, because besides created for the purpose of glorifying God, which is according to Revelation 4:11, in Genesis we see that God created us to be farmers. God created us to tend gardens. God created us to look after animals. God created us to be farmers and to be vine dressers and vineyard keepers and orchard keepers and gardeners. So, I think it is clear that God is an environmentalistic type of God, and he has called and created his people to be environmentalists as well. Now, in the beginning, we see that he had placed man into the garden to till and to dress and to keep it. And those words in Hebrew, the word to till and to dress, is related to the Hebrew word which means slave or servant. And it actually means to work till fatigued, to plow, to till, to dress. And when it says that we were put in the garden to keep it, the word keep is the Hebrew word that's related to the word to guard. In other words, we are to protect, we are to guard God's creation. And prior to the fall, everyone and everything was vegan. So by the first law of thermodynamics, it is assumed that whatever was consumed by man or beast was not converted into fecal matter or uric matter, because that would connotate a death of the vegetation. But instead, because the first law of thermodynamics says that energy cannot be created or destroyed, that 100% of the vegetation was utilized for our benefit and for our energy. But we're called to tame and domesticate and to prune vegetation for the purpose of food cultivation and consumption. So now, after the fall, we were permitted to add meat into our dietary repertoire, and sometimes this, the sacrifice and things like that really concern people of the PETA camp and animal rights activists and things of that nature. Well, I dare say that Jewish slaughter, biblical Jewish slaughter, when it is done right and correctly, is the most humane way of slaughtering an animal. According to the scriptures, coupled with the laws and regulations found in the Talmud, as far as animals go, we are to comfort them and console them and make sure that they are calm prior to slaughter. And then once the slaughtering is to take place, we're to take a razor-sharp blade and with one quick swoop from jugular to jugular sever the jugulars, and the rush of blood causes the animal to pass out, almost as if it faints or falls asleep. And because the blade is so sharp, the animal feels virtually no pain. And we are not into wasting animals. Just about every part of the animal, when it was slaughtered for food, and sometimes during certain sacrifices, all of the animal that could be utilized was utilized. Bone was utilized for tools. Internal organs was used for bowstring and for sinew to sew together the skins of the animal to make clothing or tents or bags and things of that nature. Even the refuse of the animal was used for fuel. To make fires and to start fires and things of this nature. So every part of the animal was utilized, and it's very much akin to the Native American philosophy that we thank God for providing such an animal to be used for our benefit, to keep us alive and for our betterment, and we utilize every part of the animal that we possibly can. Also, regarding animal rights, God in the Torah is very concerned about animal rights. There are some passages that tell us that we should not take the mother with the young when we're gathering for food, and Hebraically, and some interpret that we're not even to slaughter an animal in front of the other, whether it be a parental animal or whether it be the offspring of an animal, or whether they be related in any way at all, for the simple fact that the animal could turn against the man because of this act, and would be caused to gore, if it was like a bull or an ox, to gore another person, and thus the animal would have to be stoned to death and put down, and the meat and everything regarding the animal could not be utilized. It would be considered treif, unclean, unkosher. And I know that by personal experience, there was a calf whose mother was killed in front of it, and shortly after that it became mean, and they shortly later on had to put that calf down because they couldn't control its behavior. Elephants, even when they are when they've been mistreated, will remember and hold grudges against their abuser. It's clear that God has given consciousness and sentience to animals. To what species and what degree, that's debatable, but if you will remember that when Balaam's donkey, God gave Balaam's donkey the ability to speak, it clearly voiced its opinion that it did not like being abused, and that the animal was just serving Balaam and actually trying to protect him. So unless we kill animals for food, or kill animals in order to protect ourselves or other animals, we're not to hurt or harm or kill or abuse animals in any way. We see that David, when he tended sheep, protected himself and his flock from lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! So he protected his flock from predators. So I think the scriptures are definitely clear on the matter that is God green? Is God into environmentalism and animal rights? Absolutely yes. Maybe not to the standards of some green fanatics, or some those that are in the PETA organization or animal rights organization, but clearly God is very concerned on what we do regarding the environment and how we treat other animals. So happy Earth Day. We'll catch you later. Shalom and Shavua Tov.